Don't have sex with your partner in front of your children. Especially parents, are you hearing me? With this child, this age of 11, 12, you'll be saying, hey, he has slept. That time he has slept. Kamacho kako hivi. Close the door when you are changing. Close the door. When the boy that is 12 years sees the mom, when you are swimming, stop swimming naked with your children. You are putting lust on those kids. Believe me, anaona hiyo tumbo. When I was doing boot camp, a child came and told me I became, what do you call it? Last came to me. That child was 15. Let me not disclose the person. Last came to me. So I said, what do you mean? He said, yeah, I normally masturbate. I said, how old are you? She said, 15. I said, okay. I said, so how did it happen? I was waiting to hear about a movie. He says, there is no week that passes without me seeing my dad and mom sleep together. I said, what did you say? I said, is your dad and mom in this church? He said, no. I said, oh, thank God. See, this church, we are. Yeah. I said, can you give me the number of your parents? That girl told me that statement. Every week, parents, let us be mature. Ukikazwa, kuna njia. Second type of parents, those of you that have more than one partner, especially women. Please, I beg you. Some things, don't do them in front of your children. That girl is a future prostitute through you. You are changing men like you are changing clothes. So weird. To the men, you are the most weird ones. Kuzaa tu. Don't give birth to a child and you can't take care. Look for your children. Even if you are married again to a different person, look for your children and provide for those children. Kama umeoa, kaa na huyo mtu na mwache maneno mengi. Not that I'm a pastor, I don't go through. I'm a man. Don't think that if you have the word pastor now, it's even more worse because people are attracted to anointing. Especially this name ambassador, it has brought a lot of problems. People are attracted. Especially this name ambassador, it has brought a lot of problems. People are attracted. Please, do your businesses without involving your children. These children are becoming something else. And I know right now, I might be talking to someone, but you're ignoring the fact that I'm talking to you. Remember, they're your children. It's you that will deal with what they will become tomorrow. It's your children. Let them make a decision, not because you were involved. If they want to be lesbians, let them make that decision because they chose to. Do you understand that? Not because you modeled it. You have birthdays, uncles that are friends, ati wanakuja kwako wanalewa. Kwa nani? Kwa nani? You drink in whose home? I've just given a car to go for a meeting to carry some leaders to go to Nakuru. And the first thing I told them, I don't want to know whether you are a drunkard. You drink in this car. Tutapigana naye. Set rules in your life. You are mature. You want to be a prostitute? Be a prostitute. That's your own life. But don't put that operating system in a child whose computer, he still does not have the right to choose. You are still choosing for them. Choose the right things for them. Choose what they should watch. Choose the right house helps. Make sure the house helps that are coming to look after your children, you really know them. My wife is here. Many years ago, my son never used to cry. We left my son to a house help only to realize my son would sleep the whole day. The house help was overdosing my son with Piriton. Ask her. She's here. When I would come home, I'm noticing my son is walking as if he's drunk, like he's dizzy. Someone is saying, house help gani? Na ni mimi. Nakujua, na we ni mzazi. You would rather even bring those children here to Zilomon. My son was being given Piriton by the day. And the person that was giving them, when I'm going to work, I used to work in a car wash. Can you imagine? Huyu mama alikuwa anafanya kazi kwa hoteli. My son is coming home. I'm noticing he can't wake up. I'm waking him. It's not a normal sleep. Only to realize one day, we found out giving my son Piriton. Why? Because for you just take anyone and you bring them in the house. I've had an argument with my wife concerning that. I don't like house helps. I will just look at you and tell you no. Because for me, it's not just cooking. The first thing, how are you relating with my children? Wachana na cooking kwanza. I can buy food in a hotel. You don't need to be rich. Chapo ni kinde, 10 bob, alafu umwagilie soup. Ukiwa na mbao umekula uko fiti. If you have 20 bob, you are good to go. But you would rather have a house help that you check, how are you behaving with my parents, with the children. We used to have a house help that every time, and then my wife to some point, she would stand with that house help. My children will come and tell me, this house help of us, and then the house help will come and complain. Then I'll say, wait first. Zion, what are you saying? He says, every time I want to take something to eat, she says no. I say, wait first. Of course, I understand what that means, but I wanted to know, how is that no coming? Then I realized the words she's using they are destroying this child. Ati kazi yako ni kukula tu. Why do you need to tell your son that? Can't you say the same thing in a different way? Your work is just to eat. Can't you say the same thing that, okay, it's not good to always eat? Do you realize you have said the same thing? You have just said it a little bit different. Don't be too harsh to your children. I grew up with a parent that always the anger. When mjinga, when nini, I saw the anger so much in my parent that it formed the reality around my life. Now I'm fighting to say no to that same thing. We could never sit down with my dad and have a conversation. Now you are doing the same thing with your children. Your child fears you and you think it's honor. It's not honor. It's fear. Yesterday I corrected my son, and then when I finished, he called me sir. I said, come here. What did you call me? He said, sir. I said, the next time you call me that, I will slap nonsense out of your sense. Don't ever call me sir. He said, I said, don't. I'm your dad. He said, but you're ambassador. Hey, shut up. Ambassador to who? Did ambassador give birth to you or it's your dad? I said, I am your dad. Don't ever call me the word sir. And some of you, that's what you are doing to your children. Your children are talking to a pastor, not their dad. Your children are talking to a businessman, not their dad. Listen to the testimony of this lady. Are you the one, sister? Are you the one? Is she the one? Is this lady the one that gave the thing people are using in church? The car. Is she the one? I heard that testimony. I wonder, what kind of a woman is that? She came and brought a car and gave to the school to use, not like in terms of document. That's not my issue. I'm saying I had the testimony. I asked, who is that woman? And she was so concerned because we have a big bus, and where the bus is going, it can't turn at her home, right? Something like that. Just imagine someone thinking, you're saying, why don't you buy a smaller car? How is that our business? And then you can imagine a whole lady thinks and says, here is the car. Where does the car stay here or it stays in her home? It stays here. I was told the testimony that in her head she's thinking, take that car so that my daughter or my son can get to the gate. You see, you have to learn to go that extra mile. Don't have sex with your partner in front of your children. Especially parents, are you hearing me? With this child, this age of 11, 12, you'll be saying, hey, he has slept. That time he has slept. Kamacho kako hivi. Close the door when you are changing. Close the door. When the boy that is 12 years sees the mom, when you are swimming, stop swimming naked with your children. You are putting lust on those kids. Believe me, anaona hiyo tumbo. I had an issue with a person here who has been sleeping with the mom. A 17-year-old boy. And it didn't start. It started in swimming. Ask them. We went to Mombasa with the whole up for swimming. No, we did. No, let me readjust that statement. We were not going for swimming. It was a conference for women. So they invited. Guy, are we live? We need to cut that. Because the way people look for me nowadays, when CW went to swim with women, Shindwe. So we went there. Then I sat down. I saw this young person that is coming to swim. Ask them. Me, I swim with jeans. And I'm not saying you should adapt. I swim. I don't even swim. I hate swimming. Okay, it's not that I hate it, because I'm seeing now, what if I'm in the ocean and the ship? Now those realities are coming. Like, what would I do? I need to learn swimming. But you don't need to parade nakedness when you're swimming. Who said you have to be naked? Who said that the water, are you sporting? Is it a sport? Are you doing a sport that now water at the if I swim with? No, be honorable. Ask her. I don't have, in your whole marriage, have you ever seen me wear a short? Not that if you're here and say, "Ai, bishi cheki, usiguze shorts." Sawa? Wewe ongea tu mambo mengine, lakini short ni mbaya. Mimi hata heaven naingia na short. Even in heaven I'm entering with shorts. There is no problem. I'm not saying a short is a bad thing. I'm just saying there are things in me. I can't. Don't just be free being naked. Some of you women, you don't, when you are changing, you forget to close the door. Close the door. The child can open the door, and that is the day last comes. Satan will see an opening. Mtu anaanza kukushika fani tu, unasema he loves me, a whole man. What business are you doing? Kissing your daughter. Ati I love my daughter. Kwenda wewe. Tutakuchapa, ngoja tukujue.